Hello and welcome to part one of a series of videos. I don't know how to explain this. I have a bunch of books that I'm kind of unwilling to read compared to everything else that I own. I feel like that's kind of normal. Yes, I bought them, but like after a while I don't have the motivation to read them. Which is why I decided to make 3 different videos, hence this being the first one. And this one will revolve around book series that I am reluctant to continue or finish. So usually I don't just stop in between series. I try to read the whole thing if I reasonably like the first one or not. But this year I've done some things a little bit differently, so I have a few book series that I have not finished or continued, so this is what this video is for. I have 3 books in mind for this video, and they are these 3. They're humongous, 2 of them, which is probably a bad idea, but whatever. These 3 books are books that I'm kind of not really in the mood for ever, but they exist and I paid for them, so I want to get to them, even though I'm going to unhaul this and probably The Crown's fate as well by the end of the year, so what really is the point? I don't know. So the first one is The Blood of Olympus from the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. I think that's how you say his name. Some people say it differently. I don't really know. I'm not a huge fan of Rick Riordan, so I'm a little bit bored with this world. I don't care for it. I've already unhauled and given away the 5 books in Percy Jackson. I can't. These are probably also gonna go by the end of the year. I don't know. I don't like it. It's not for me, but I feel like I need to finish this even though I kind of hated House of Hades, which is the book before this. I just want to like be able to say that I read the whole thing, and I feel bad leaving this one out. Yeah, so we're gonna try and read this, even though I literally could not care less about this world. Next is The Crown's Fate, which is the one I feel like is the least like, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm gonna struggle less reading this because it's shorter, and also I enjoyed the first one. I'm not really excited for this, but I have it and it's only a duology, so where's the harm except for me reading books I don't want to read, but whatever. And the last one of the 3 is the scariest one because this book is almost 900 pages. It's 870 pages. And I really hated the first book. I only like Daenerys's point of view. I've kind of forgotten what happened in the first one. I'll have to like go online again. Or I could just ask my sister who's watched the first season, I think. Not excited about this one in the least, but it's on my 22 books I wanted to read this year. Still haven't gotten to it, and it's November. So yeah, these are the 3 books that I want to read. Let's use that word very loosely. These are the 3. I don't think I have any other series that I haven't finished or something that I didn't like, so these are the only 3 for this video. I don't even know which one I'm going to start with. Maybe I'll start with the hardest, which is Game of Thrones. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna annotate it like I did with the first one. I literally have only like yellow post-its, orange, some green, and some blue, which if you don't know how I annotate, yellow is for like world building and like information about characters. Orange is shocking or I'm angry. Green is funny and blue is sad. There's only 2 sad moments that I annotated, so. And there's a lot of me just writing in this, like, what am I reading? Literally, I don't know if it's gonna focus. I don't know if you can see my ugly writing, but it says, what the fuck am I reading? Which is the, like, summary of this entire experience when I read this, so yeah. But I have the entire series and I want to, like, at least have read it, you know? So yeah. That's the plan for this video. Am I excited? Yes and no. Yes, because I want to get them over with, and that makes me feel like lighter. emotionally, physically, I don't know. And also no, because I have a feeling I'm gonna hate them. My average rating of the year is already ass, so might as well just add more gasoline into that. The first book I'm gonna read is the Game of Thrones book. Wish me luck. Hello. It's been a few days. I don't know exactly how many, but it doesn't really matter because I'm not really on a time constraint, so it's fine no matter how long I take, as long as I finish before the end of the year. Here's what happened during the weekend. I started A Clash of Kings, right? As I said, I started with the hardest one, which is the biggest one, which is the one I don't really want to read. Didn't want to. But I started this, wasn't loving it, was not having a good time, and then I DNF'd it on page 206. I could not. I've decided I'm just gonna give up on Game of Thrones. It's just not for me. I'm not gonna force myself to read it because that's just a waste of my time. So, I've admitted defeat. Sorry to everyone who loves this, but I just do not agree. It's just not for me. I don't think I'll even watch the show at this point. Yeah, I don't like this kind of fantasy, if that makes sense. It's just not for me. I don't really enjoy it. The only things I liked in this book are 3 POVs, which are Arya, Daenerys, and Jon Snow. Tyrion or Tyrion, I don't really know how to say his name. According to my sister, it's Tyrion, I think, according to the show. I don't know. I liked his chapters too, but like, I think I'm just not, it's not high fantasy. I think I like high fantasy, but it needs to be a specific kind of high fantasy. For me to like a fantasy book, there needs to be some sort of a romance element. Because I don't think I've liked a fantasy book that doesn't have romance. What is a fantasy book that doesn't have romance? That has romance. That has romance. Like, it doesn't have to be the focus of the book, but I just need like a little bit of romance for me to like enjoy it. So now I'm a little bit scared of like Lord of the Rings because I don't know if that has romance. But we'll see. Maybe I'll like it. Who knows? I'm going to unhaul the whole series, including the first one. So yeah, goodbye to this. Could have been great if I liked this kind of shit, but I don't. So, moving on, the next book that I decided to read is the shortest of the 3, which is The Crown's Fate. I think this could potentially go fast. It's around 400 pages. 417. So, hopefully this goes kind of fast. I vaguely remember what happened in the first one. I remember it being okay. If I don't love this, I might also unhaul this at the end of the year. Yeah, I haven't started it. I was going to start it today. I just wanted to update you on the Clash of Kings scenario. Yeah, hopefully I can read around 100 pages of this today at least. I mean, it's not the worst fantasy, so it's possible that I will actually read this one, unlike Game of Thrones. So yeah, hopefully this one is as good, better, I don't know. What does it say on the back? Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna hate this. Also, I'm doing another puzzle. I don't know if you can see what's going on, but yeah. It's 6,000 pieces, and it looks like this. Do I have issues? Probably. But I'm probably gonna have a great time doing this. It's gonna take forever. It looked cool. It gave me Pirates of the Caribbean vibes, so yeah, even though it's like 90% blue, which is a great idea. So yeah, I'll see you hopefully soon. Today is a hideous day outside. It's raining a lot. It's gloomy. There's a ton of like dark clouds everywhere. It's not a great time. Anyways, I've started Crown's Fate. The Crown's Fate. I read 92 pages. Am I liking it? Not really. I honestly don't really care about the characters or what is going on. I really hate Renata. I think that's how you say it in English. She's one of the characters in the love square, and I don't like her because of one specific scene that's happened. Yeah, I don't want to spoil, but I'm not liking this. I doubt I will like it by the end of this. Even though I've only read 92 pages, I have a feeling in my gut that I'm not going to enjoy this. But I'm still gonna read it because it's pretty fast. This section I flew through even though I don't like it, so it's doable. I'm gonna try and finish this maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, I don't really know. Today is a Wednesday. So I don't really know. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna try and finish it like soon, hopefully, and then start this. I'm gonna try and read this in kind of my own 24-hour readathon because I really want to get it over with, and if I don't force myself to get through it quickly, I feel like it's gonna take forever. That's basically the plan for the rest of this video and this weekend for me in real life. Am I having a good time? No, but I want to read these anyways. And I feel like since I already DNF'd a book, I don't want to DNF any others. Also, I've done some more of my puzzle. I've realized that it's going to be really hard because the whole puzzle is basically blues and greens. So far I've only done like a small section, even though it's kind of huge. It's taking up my whole floor. And it's probably gonna come to a point where I'm not gonna be able to walk on my floor because it's a huge puzzle. How big are you? Hello? 170 by 120 centimeters. That's my height. I'm 170, I'm 169, 170 centimeters tall. So this puzzle is my height. I didn't think this through. But anyways, I'm gonna go. It's another gloomy day. Even though the weather is really weird. Like on one side, it's blue skies. In the middle, there's a rainbow. And then there's like dark clouds. I'll show you. Bluish skies. A rainbow out of nowhere. And darkness. And also it's really windy. And today when I walked my dogs, my hair has never been such a nest when I came home as in my whole life. It literally flew everywhere. I should have thought about that before going out, but it doesn't matter. I'm halfway through this and I'm not enjoying it. I'm on page 204 and everyone is bothering me, like personality wise. The plot is also stupid, and I don't think there's a point to this book. Like it could have just been a standalone and just ended ambiguously and it would have been better, honestly. This has a love triangle and it's very Jacob and Edward, like it's obvious who she's gonna end up with. So like I don't see the point of like oh my god, what if him? No, I already know you're not gonna end up with him. Also the other love triangle is with the secondary character called Renata, I don't know. I fucking hate her in this book, low-key. I also did not really like her in the first one, mostly because her sole purpose is to be in the love triangle. Because she does nothing else, let's be honest. So far, she's done absolutely nothing. She's done nothing. I want this to be over. We're gonna finish this, hopefully, today or tomorrow. Because I'm so done. Did I enjoy this? No. Did I think this book was necessary to even exist? No. I literally hated this series. I didn't hate it, I just didn't like it. I'm gonna unhaul it 100,000,000%. These two are literally getting out of my life right after I film this video. This is so like not worth the read. Like yes, it's fast-paced. Yes, maybe, no, I was gonna say maybe I would have liked it when I was younger, but I wouldn't. This is a love triangle ×2 because one was clearly not enough. The ending, this is just not for me. The conflict was solved in a millisecond with the stupidest, like, reason. This whole book was about them fighting and whatever. I'm not gonna spoil because this is a sequel, and then it's solved on a single page. Excuse me? No. No. So now I've started this. I'm not liking this either. I started this last night. I read a couple hundred pages. 200 to be exact. Is this good? No. For all of you Percy Jackson lovers, I'm really sorry. I just don't care. I literally just don't give a shit. They're good books, objectively. Great books, so fun. If I'd read this as a child, maybe I would have loved them. I literally, before I started reading, I had forgotten everything that happened in House of Hades, so I was like, what is going on? But they explain things as is typical in these books, which I usually hate, but for once it was actually useful. I don't know, this just is not for me. And I'm like ready to just like be done with this. So I'm gonna try my literal hardest to finish it today. Because I cannot be bothered. I need it out of my life. And then I'm probably gonna like donate this to my old school because this needs to leave immediately. That's the update. But I remembered I have another sequel that I'm not excited about reading anymore. So I'm gonna include it in this video even though it's like really late into the video. But whatever. Where the Drowned Girls Go is a sequel I literally don't care about anymore because I hated Across the Green Grass Fields. So we're gonna include this in this video. Surprise! There's an extra book. And it's short, which is great because every single other book has been huge. I didn't read this whole thing, but still. I'm having kind of like a manic episode because of this thing. Like, until now. Like, what, plot-wise, has anything happened worthy of 200 pages? No! There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. Yeah, I don't know. This is just not for me. I'm really sorry for everyone that loves this. I feel really bad because I don't really enjoy when other people shit on my favorite books, even though it's fine. I don't really care that much. But like, this is like the Harry Potter equivalent to a lot of people. Even though I read neither of those when I was a child. I read like Geronimo Stilton, Jacqueline Wilson books, and Roald Dahl. That's what I read when I was a child. And then I read some other random ass books. I never read Percy Jackson or Harry Potter. I read Harry Potter when I was 17 and this when I was 22, which could be the reason why I don't like this. So yeah, I'm gonna try my absolute best to read this. I have 300 pages left, give or take. It's like 295, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try my entire like soul to read that today, and maybe this if I have time, probably not. But I will read this tomorrow for sure, because it's literally less than 200 pages. And then I can end this video. Yes, I did this by choice, but like, am I content? No, even though I feel so much better for like, now I don't have to read this whole series because it was shite. Again, sorry Game of Thrones lovers, hated that. I don't have to read all the Percy Jackson books, actually Magnus Chase books, and also the other Percy Jackson, whatever it's called. Oracle, Hidden Oracle, Trials of Apollo. I don't have to read that anymore, so I deleted those from my TBR. What a great time. This didn't like affect anything. I just finished it. So this is just like, it's a shit time for me reading wise, but like future thinking wise, it's so much better because now I like have less things to worry about. I hope that made sense. Anyways, I have to go work now and do some actual real life stuff. And then hopefully I'll read later tonight and have an absolute fucking blast with Percy Jackson. Could you tell that that was sarcasm? No, it was. Yeah. Great. Goodbye. I have some news, some things. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's get into them. So I don't 100% remember what I said last to you. I do kind of remember. I remember telling you that I was going to start this book, right? I hope so. And it took me a little bit less than a week to read this. 5 days to be exact. It was a struggle. Low-key gave me a reading slump. I don't know. I finished it though. I give it a 3-star. It was okay. I don't care about this world and the characters. That's not true because this is like glossary. Nothing goes on, nothing. They're just flying around, doing basically nothing, fighting some minor things. And then a fight happens at the end that is so bad. And kind of a letdown if I actually gave a shit about the book, you know? But now I finished the series, and now I can finally get rid of it. So I'm content about that. Amen to that. Because I did not like this. Objectively, enjoyable series. Would have been great if I was a child maybe, but I'm not, and I did not like this. And then I told you that I had another book that is a series that I was kind of not as unwilling to read as the rest, but I lost a little bit of interest after reading Across the Green Grass Fields. So I read this in the same day that I finished Bud of Olympus. It took me a sitting because these are like non-existent books, and I actually enjoyed this. One book that is the saving grace of this video. I gave it a 4. It brought back the vibes of the first few books, which I really liked. I especially liked the first one. That one was 5 stars. I liked the mystery aspect of these books. I don't like things like Across the Green Grass Fields where nothing really happens and I don't really care. As I figured, Reagan, which is the main character in the book before this, appears in this book. Kind of irrelevant, not gonna lie. But she does, so at least she is included in these books, and that book existed for a reason. But yeah, I really liked this. I liked Cora's like backstory and the Whitethorn School, whatever it's called, Institute, I think. It was fun. I liked it. Thank God. Oh my God. Which means that I've read all the books for this video. Read/DNF'd, doesn't matter. I'm content. Even though I had kind of a shit time reading, I'm really happy that like I got through these / gave up on them, finished series, finally got to things that I like had on my list for a while. So yeah, good job me. I'm sorry if I didn't like one of your favorite series, but we all have different opinions and that's okay. So that is everything for this vlog, the first part of my 3-part series of weird videos that probably nobody ever would do because nobody tortures themselves as much as me. So that is everything for this vlog, and I'll see you in my next weird video. Bye!